Good morning everybody and welcome to the Jupiter in Pisces video. We have a very important upcoming event in a couple of days. So Jupiter entered Aquarius last year together with Saturn, if you remember, in December. So it stayed more than 1 year in Aquarius, and now it's about to move into the sign of Pisces, right on the 29th of this month of December. And it will be a very accelerated transit actually, because it will go very fast in the degrees of Pisces, and already in May it will move into areas. And normally Jupiter is staying 1 year in a sign, you know, but it will go very fast. In May it enters Aries, but then from mid-October till mid-December it will go back for a retrograde motion into Pisces for the last months of the year, impacting on the very late degrees of Pisces. Anyway, what a powerful event, and what I think that we can really find some hope in this transit, because Jupiter has to do with how we evolve, how we find meaning in life, how we can really improve ourselves, feel that we are growing, expanding. And so that happens to Pisces now. So also the connection between us have to change. The connections that we establish have to change. And in the last year, it was much about social media, internet, news, the news impact, because Aquarius has a lot to do with technology, with internet, you know. But I keep on hearing and talking with people that are telling me how much they are benefiting from digital detoxes in this moment. They found really that when they switch off their mobiles for 2 or 3 days, they really find a lot of creativity. They can tap into new resources. They have higher energy levels. And I think this is one of the things that will happen, you know, if of course we allow it to happen, because we really need to get in touch with the feeling, not with the thinking. So the passage is from thinking to feeling. It's very important. And also, we are in Neptune realm here. Neptune is in Pisces since years, and Jupiter will reach him in March, exactly at the end of March. And we also will have the Sun that will conjunct Neptune mid of March. So we have a strong amplification of Pisces energy. So what is Pisces? I can tell you about the dark side. The dark side is escaping from responsibilities. It's alienating. It's really feeding dependencies that can be alcohol, drugs, that can be compulsive sex, compulsive work, in order to escape from reality. So all of this could be amplified, of course. Jupiter is an agent of amplification. So, and that's the thing we have to be very, very cautious and to pay attention to. Where are we trying to escape, to run away from things instead of facing them? But as we need the hope in this moment, in this very difficult moment, I think I want to focus more on the light, on the gift that Jupiter can bring to us. And that's a new connection with the divine. Pisces is the last sign, is where the ego dies and the soul can emerge. And it was very synchronic because, sorry, because yesterday I was reading a book that I really suggest to. Is John Shinoda Bolen's Crossing to Avalon. Very, very, very interesting. And also with the Vesica Pisces, so a very powerful symbol that it's very resonating with what we are saying here, you know, Vesica Pisces. But I want to read your passage about it because I find it very synchronic. She says, when life has meaning, it is because we circle around this divine, ineffable source and are warmed and illuminated by it. Divinity is more than we can know with our intellect. It is the soul that responds to and recognizes the sacredness of moments when we are in the presence of divinity, love, beauty, wisdom, and truth. So that's all we can experience. With the transit of Jupiter in Pisces, we can really open up to feel more. So let's pay attention. Let's trust our emotions. Let's see what our emotions are showing us. Let's connect with other people through compassion and through the heart. And this is so needed in this moment where so much separation arises. Compassion. Really connecting to another level with people. Sharing ecstatic experiences together. Ecstasy, it's a key word. It's being with the divine. And we can experience this when we walk in nature, breathing with the trees, breathing with the forest, when we are dancing. And we are, through the dance, we are experiencing different shapes of our body. You know, Jupiter and both Neptune also were the shapeshifters. They kept on changing shape to mate, to fulfill their libido. So it's really about changing form, not being stuck in what we think we are, but experience new parts of ourselves. That's very important. We can experience it while we play and get lost in the music, when we sing and express. So expression, creativity would be very, very, very important. I know I say it many times, but even more now that Jupiter moves in Pisces, we can find the meaning of life in this expression of really what's inside of us that is yearning to come out and find a way. To be taken to other people also, because here we are in the axis of service. Jupiter and Virgo is the axis of service. So it's about giving love. How much can we allow ourselves to really soften up, even if when we feel we are contracting, and giving love to other people? And how much we can, that maybe sometimes is even more difficult, be open enough to receive love. How much open can we be without being afraid of being hurt? And this takes us to another very important word for this transit, that is vulnerability. The acceptance of our vulnerability. And I was taught in the last weeks, and I also experienced it, it's a very powerful portal of healing, accepting this vulnerability. Because it leads us directly to compassion and to love. And I think that opening up to love is the ultimate goal of this Jupiter in Pisces. So I wish all of us to be able to really establish very strong, subtle, heartfelt connections with who we choose to have connections with. Not to everybody. but at the same time being aware that we are a network of light, that we are all connected. And at the same time, I wish you to be in touch with the love that pours from earth, and to be able also to keep this flowing from yourself. So wonderful discover of your heart.